Project 1065, Chapter 43. Nutty as a Fruitcake. Simon's words about second chances stayed with me the next morning. Whatever it took, no matter what I had to do, I was going to get Fritz to give me a second chance. It was another bright, clear morning for the second day of the Hitler Youth initiation tests. More Fuhrer weather. I scanned the waiting crowd of boys for Fritz. Even though he was a head shorter than everyone else, I found him quickly near the front. He was the one with his head wrapped in white bandages. There was a red spot on his bandages near his temple. Fritz's broken nose had been reset and taped. Both his eyes had huge black rings around him, and one of his ears was swollen and bruised. This was going to be even harder than I thought. Fritz caught sight of me and pushed through the crowd toward me. People were so afraid of him they moved out of his way. Not because he was so ugly, I realized, because he'd gotten back up again when they wouldn't have. The crowd parted for him and watched as he marched over to me, all of them clearly expecting another fight. I braced myself for a punch, ready to take a bloody nose, if that's what it took to put us back on the path to, if not friendship, then at least acceptance. Speaking terms. Fritz threw his arms around me and hugged me instead. I stood there, stunned, my arms still tensed for a punch. Fritz was hugging me? Fritz let go and slapped my shoulders as if we were comrades. You're not mad? I asked. Fritz looked shocked. Mad? Why would I be mad? We passed our boxing tests. Just one more test to go. I shook my head. Frankly, Fritz was starting to scare me, too. You're certifiable, I told him. He didn't understand my British idiom. You're crazy. You don't have any cups in your cabinet. Fritz just frowned. He still didn't get it. I just beat the ever-living snot out of you, I told him. You should hate me right now. Fritz shook his head. You just did what I asked you to. I shook my head again. There was something not right with Fritz, but I wanted those jet fighter plans, and if he was going to forgive me and still be friends, I would accept it. I shook his hand. Now, said Fritz, I'm going to do what you asked me to do. I'm going to help you get through the courage test.